Hi, this is Chris with your next update for the Dress for Success Tampa Bay database. Still in beta mode, but we're cleaning things up a little bit so they're a little bit easier to use. I'll highlight some of the things that we touched on already, then we'll go into the next topic. Some things we've worked on already is we've created ability to add new clients, new supporters, and associate them with specific volunteer tasks and the ability to add new referring agencies. We've created easy forms to use to add new suiting appointments, to add new employment, including the type of employment, industry, job type, and salary, and new events to include PWG and fundraising events. We've also created the ability for you to view all of your clients and double click on their names to update their records, as well as schedule a client for a visit by simply clicking that link. It takes you to your online login. You can do that for your clients, your supporters, and your referring agencies. You can also do the same thing for your PWG events. List all your events there, and the same thing for your fundraising events. Down here, we have the ability for you to track your donations, including adding a donor and adding donations. So today we're going to be focusing specifically on PWG events. The mentorship program, which is one of the PWG events. So under the mentorship program, when you click that link, then you have the ability to list the mentorship events under the PWG program. I've already added one for today, which is the October mentorship orientation program. This is one of the first steps in the mentorship program, and we'll find out why in just a second. The other link here is is a button that allows you to add mentorship relationships. So when you click this button here, it brings you to this page, and this is where we associate mentees and mentors to a specific orientation date, and input their goals and specific notes that the staff has about that specific relationship. Uh, Best way to get started is to go ahead and click the mentorship orientation date. Because we've already added the mentorship orientation date, we can simply find it here in this pull down menu and select it. What that does is it starts the process of identifying a relationship number. Each of these is unique. So even if the mentee and the mentor have a follow on relationship, the goals and the notes are going to be completely different. Next thing is to highlight the mentee in this pull down here and go to that specific mentee and select their name. You see their photo pops up here, so it's easy for you guys to track specific to know exactly who you're dealing with, even if there are multiple names. We'll do the same thing here on this side. Now, in the center, again, as I mentioned, you have the ability to update what their specific goals are and any notes that you have about the specific relationship. Here, under the rollover tab, and these are things that correlate directly with your sheet for your mentorship program. A rollover indicates whether or not the specific relationship between Janet and Chris existed before, and it's simply being continued onto the following month or iteration. Whether you've received the specific forms that you need for this mentorship program, and you can track it throughout by being able to come back here and check these boxes um, as these things are accomplished, and then whether or not it's a successful match. Hit the save button down below, and if you're entering a lot of these partnerships at one time, you can select the second button here, which is to add a new record, and it wipes the slate clean, and you can start over again. If not, third button closes the form out and you're done. Now, to add the meetings, you'll have to go to update records specifically to the client profile. In this case, we'll go to Jamina's. Under her profile, under the PWG program, since mentoring is a PWG program, in the mentoring tab, you see here Jamina's most recent relationship. So her mentorship orientation date wasn't selected initially, but we can go back in and update that here. Also, she doesn't have any notes, but we can go in and update those notes as the relationship progresses. The only difference here and from here and what you've seen before are here you can see what her most recent partnership is, and you see here the box pops up, which means this is her most recent relationship. But under the previous partnerships, you can see that she's been paired with other people before. There's data at the bottom that changes as you click past, which is the number of meetings that she had during that particular partnership with that particular mentor. So in this case, we'll go back to the beginning and we'll add a meeting. It's pretty easy. Click this button here, add meeting. And here the relationship's already populated, so you know it says Jamina and Chris Williams here, Jamina and then Chris. You add the meeting date, which is a calendar, the meeting type, phone call, text, email, video conference, and in person. And the length of time. The length of time is not available in the event of an email, all the way up to 4 hours. And once you're done there, you can save this record. Again, which is standard in just about all the forms. You can add a new record in case you're adding these in bulk, or go ahead and close it out. You will hit the refresh tab. You see that new in-person meeting for 2 hours and 15 minutes is added to this list. So this specific partnership, Jamina met with Chris 19 times. You can tell Jamina was a test bed here. So that highlights how data entry and tracking goes for the mentorship program.